Hey folks, what's up Yeti? So I'm gonna wing it here on this little video, but this is my 3-year anniversary. So I know a lot of people, for whatever reason, seem to think I've been napping longer than I have, but I've actually only been napping 3 years. And when I got bit by the bug, buddy, did I get bit by the bug bad. And anyways, I kind of took off with it, and now, as you guys know, it's kind of a full-time gig for me. I have other businesses too that I do on the side, but you know, the whole rock thing is kind of a full-time thing. But this is my 3-year anniversary. I got my first box I ever ordered was some obsidian. I'd watched all kinds of videos. I mean, I watched videos, endless hours of videos, and thought, I got this, no problem, I can do this, this ain't so hard. Literally within 30 minutes of getting that box of obsidian, it was pretty much gravel. So anyways, a lot of you, I talk to a lot of people every day through Messenger and stuff that are getting started, and they're frustrated, and they want me to show them this, show them that, and they don't think they're ever going to get there. But you can get there, because I'm getting there. I'm still not there yet, but I'm getting there. But I got some stuff here that I first made, probably not all of it. I don't even know what my first arrowhead was. I honestly don't even know which one it was, but I made some stuff here, including some knives and stuff that I really thought I was doing something, and I'm going to show you all some of that stuff. I've been promising this for a while, but I waited till my 3rd anniversary here. This is a piece of flint I bought out of a rock shop. Had no heat on it at all or nothing. It was a slab, and as you can see, I didn't even get all the slab off. And boy, I was really impressed with myself when I did that. Same with this one here. I don't think this, this was probably a slab, I guess, but boy, I was making these knives and I thought, man, those are something else. I don't know if I got a picture of some of my knives. I'll flash something up there, something I made. This was actually the very first knife I ever made. And man, when I made that thing, I chipped this piece of obsidian out. And honestly, I can't remember if it was I believe it was from a rock, but I got this blade made, and I mean, it is rough as a cob. But I was so doggone proud of this. I showed this off to my dad, and everyone I could pin down long enough to show, I showed him that. But little Mookite 1-2, and this was a slab. You can still see part of the slab on it, but boy, I sure thought I was doing something when I was making those. And then here's some points, sort of. Big glass slab. After I started, I thought I was figuring things out a little bit. See how clunky and thick that dude is? Look at that looker right there, boy. Apparently that was a spall, and it's only unifacially flaked, but there was my attempt at napping floor tile. One of my attempts after I got a saw of doing a fog point, probably. But this is the kind of stuff I was making in the beginning, the first several months, maybe even a year, I don't know. Some of this stuff was slab, some of it was percussioned. See how thick that thing is? I mean, that looks like the artifacts I've got. Pretty rough. And I mean, just no rhyme, no reason. But I'm still proud of them. That's where I started, right? I mean, this is how it all started. I actually remember making this little thing right there. It probably started out as a piece about 12 pounds. Something like that. Now some of these were slabs, some of them were percussion, you know. Let's see. There's a little birdie type point there, but you know, my work was pretty rough. It's a piece of Burlington. Really rough Burlington, but Burlington nonetheless. And I don't know if that was a slab or Can't tell. I'm not sure they had any slab Burlington back then. But I mean, you want to talk about clunky? Everyone says, well, I can't get my points thin. Well, you know what? Neither could I. At one time. I don't know why this thing's not focusing worth a darn. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit and see if that helps. Yeah. Just clunky stuff, you know. And you just kind of keep at it and keep at it and keep at it, and then eventually, you know, things start to click. You watch enough videos, you break enough rock, that thing starts to figure out. And then you can go from, I remember making these right here, and it's banded obsidian, and I don't know if you can see the clearness and the banding in there, but man, I love this stuff. I was just absolutely in love with this stuff. Look at that looker right there, boy. Isn't that a smoker? But you know, in a few years time, if you stay at it and you stay consistent, and you can probably do it in, it seems like for most everyone I watch, there's some exceptions out there, but if they get after it, they start getting pretty good in 2 or 3 years, you know. So I'm hoping this year I'm going to start getting good. But anyways, you go from making stuff like this, clunkers like this, to 3 years later, you're making stuff like this, which I actually just made this point today. I made it out of it was a thick slab that Kelly Park sent me of this material, this I'll flash the name of phosphofluor. Anyways, really neat flint. I got one little booger right there on it, but for the most part it came out pretty doggone nice. Here's my favorite Snyders that I made not too long ago, maybe 6 months ago or so, something like that. Here's a Dalton I just recently made, percussion, of course. Here's the little, through this and there, that little blade we made the other day on video. Here's a little bitty birdie point I just made the other day. This was partially finished. It was laying around here in the shop. I mean, come a little ways. This is just I love this point right here, this smoker Dalton right here, this Horse Creek chert, and it is just a fantastic point. I love it. And then of course my big old painted buffalo Dalton. Nice. I just grabbed a few points out of the case to bring out here to show you guys of where, you know, where things start and how they start for everybody. Everyone starts like that, and where they end up at, you know. So you can go from making stuff like this to making stuff like this. But it takes time, and it takes breaking a lot of rock. You got to dedicate. If you're not dedicated to spending the time and stuff, then you'll never get here. And this isn't. I mean, this isn't. I mean, this is good work, but it's not. There's so many guys so much better than me. It's crazy ridiculous. But I'm trying, and I'm happy with where I'm at year 3. So. And I remember when I started making something like this, I mean, this was really good for me at one point. And I got tons of points in there that are just fat, rough, not smooth, you know, but I was proud of them when I made them, you know. I was real proud of them. But they're thick, you know, clunky, rough. But that's how it starts. So if you're making stuff like this, and you think you're never going to get here, you can. You just have to stick with it. I promise you, if you stick with it, you're dedicated, you put in the time and whatever, you're going to get here. So anyways, I guess it's a happy 3rd anniversary to me. My Flint napping anniversary, and which is pretty cool. I just remember it as being in November sometime. And then I went to my first nap-in, which was a spring Water Creek nap-in, and that's when things really took off. Short, not long, right after I started this channel, you guys can go back to the very beginning. I hate for you to do that because a lot of the stuff I did in the beginning was embarrassing, but it wasn't intended to be an educational channel. It was intended to be a documentation, documenting my journey in this whole thing. And that's exactly what has happened. I've taken this channel and I've documented it. But shortly after I started this channel, then I had back surgery and I was out for quite some time. But no doubt about it, if you I'm gonna try and get a picture of these like this or something, somehow like that. I need another hand, I guess. But anyways, stick with it. You'll get there. You'll start making stuff like this, or hopefully better than this. And so if you're making clunkers like this, you're gonna get there. It's gonna happen. Just have to stay with it. Be willing to break a lot of rock and ruin a lot of rock. And save these so you got something to go back to. Many times I've thought about re-napping these because I could turn these into beautiful little bird points, you know, but I'm not going to. I want to save them just like this. But anyways, appreciate y'all watching, and y'all keep napping. We'll catch you on the next one, and stick with it, and don't give up. Just keep on going. Just like I always say, in every since I think since I started. When I started this channel, I told my wife that I need a little catchphrase, and the Wasai Yeti and Guinness Cheesh and all that stuff kind of came along later, but the keep napping, nobody understood it in the beginning, but this is what that keep napping was all about. You keep napping and you go from this disaster, not disaster, if you're making stuff like this, you should still be proud of it and just know that you need to take it to the next level, which I did, and you'll get here. So anyways, appreciate y'all. We'll catch you on the next one. Stay at it, guys. Keep napping.